meeting with Hamtramck City Council to order. Today is November 12, 2024, and it's 6:07. The clerk called the roll.
Councilman Afai?
Present.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Councilman Sedman?
Present.
Councilman Al-Samiri?
Yes.
Councilman Hassan?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud is not present. Is he showing up? Or
No.
Okay.
No.
Mr. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
It just got moved. Greg was already set up, so.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have to say, like,
Is that related to the outcomes of the election or something?
no, it just got moved over there and then went back. And then by the time I noticed it, Greg was set up, so I just.
All right, thank you. So, do we have any community announcements?
Nothing on the agenda.
Nothing? Okay.
Election is over.
Proclamations, recognitions, any? No? All right. So we move to the additions and deletions, and it seems like we have one addition.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman Fry.
I'd like to add Resolution 2024-128 to the new business, please.
148, you mean, or
128.
48.
148.
supposed to be 48?
It's 148. Those were printed. I had corrected it because they added it last minute. It was it's 148.
Okay.
All right, then that would be, is that the one we have already posted there?
Yes.
Reduce, okay. All right.
I'm
So
gonna
that
need a
would-
second if anybody wants to second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so resolution 2024-148 will be added to be,
New business J.
and then, yes, J, and then you, so, thank you. All right, we move to the public comments.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I have Musa Shalat from Detroit. You have 3 minutes to speak. Just push the button on the mic, please.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak. It's about an incident that happened back in September 17. My sister was coming home from taking her kids from school and on Holbrook going towards Conant. And she had a traffic accident. Another car struck her from the back, and the police, came to the scene. They wrote the report, and they gave her a ticket as well. So we went back to get the camera from the nearby business that was that showed what happened. We took it back to the police, and because on the report they wrote it wrong. So then they ended up changing the report, but they still kept the ticket, and we ended up paying it. And then as a follow-up, they all sent her another like a fine for like $100 or something like that for just the police being present at the scene. Was wondering if something can be done or that can be addressed. I felt, first of all, number one, that she should not have gotten the ticket, and if she did get the ticket, the other person should have gotten also the ticket, because they were both going in the same direction, and she's the one that got hit. Her vehicle's the one that got struck, and she ended up paying about $1,000 to fix her car. She paid $200 for the ticket, and now they want her to pay another $100 just for the police being there.
So you have the video?
We have the video. I've sent it to the police chief, and I've also sent it to Officer Golai. We've discussed this with them, and my sister ended up paying for the ticket. She didn't want to deal with the headache of going to court and stuff like that. Although I don't believe that she was at fault at all. And I've addressed the concern to them, and hopefully that something can be done about it.
What's going to be done?
Well, it sounds like he's already working with the chief on this, so I mean, the appropriate person would for the chief to follow up. There's not much that can be done about it I take it at this point, if she already paid it, I would have encouraged her to speak to the city attorney, but it's kind of a closed deal at this point.
If she paid $200, it sounds like it was a double parking, so she got 0 points, nothing on her record. But if she had come to me prior, I could have done something.
So that's kind of a lost cause. As far as the cost recovery goes, that's been a policy in place for probably 15 years or more. It's not assessed to residents, it's only assessed to people that do not live in the city.
Mr. Chair, may I speak?
Go ahead.
Okay, this $100, if you're not resident to the Hamtramck city, so we had the cleanup cost for $100. That is okay, but the BDO, even though your sister paid $200, there is lots of incident is coming to my attention. Police department not correctly treating the who is guilty. So that is the issue. We have to start address, and police chief, I want to take the BDO, find out the real fact, who is guilty, and we revisit the case and write the ticket the person who is guilty. If we don't do it, and the police gonna do whatever they want to do. They've been doing.
So
So
since police chief has the video, please
Yeah.
follow up on that and see. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say, just to touch on what you said, these incidents are, it gets broadcasted to our attention, but also to your attention, the community. And I think there's certain things that we could tweak, make a little better, more efficiently. Something we're working on. We have an acting internal affairs supervisor who's here today, who will follow up our dear brother here, and as well as the commander, detective commander. The thing that I think the council mentioned was the videotaping. It's important that we get the video as soon as possible, not wait until they decide because of the kindness of their heart they want to say, I want to pay and get over it. But that's something we work on. We got to get the video as fast as possible in a timely manner, but also reaching out to you in a more efficient way. So thank you for bringing up this attention, because if it's not just your incident, obviously, it's multiple incidents that we could address collectively.
That's the reason why, exactly the reason why I decided to bring it up, is for that reason, and,
Thank you, the time is up though.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank
I
you.
have go ahead, you follow up.
That's all for public comment.
Okay.
Bill's not here.
He has been here for a while. So next is the consent agenda. This is approved with a single motion with no discussion. We have approval of minutes from the October 22nd, 2024 regular city council meeting. Approval of invoice register date ending November 12, 2024. Approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending November 12, 2024.
Motion?
second,
All in favor?
Aye.
No objections?
No.
Thank you. We move to the new business, and we have item A, the resolution 2024-140, awarding the bid for the 2024 earmark lead service line replacement program bid to 5 Star Energy Service LLC.
Motion?
second,
Mr. Mayor, I have John and John here to talk about this. Essentially, it's one of our grants, and the award of the bid, it's going to be covering Alice, Danforth, Council, Barris, and Jacobs, and I'll let them continue.
Good evening. Through the council, it's the 4 resolutions that you have in front of you address 502 lead service leads. These really wrap up the $25 million that we received in grants, $15 million from the ARPA, and then $10 million from the earmark. These were originally designed to be completed over a 2-year process. We've completed, with this award, we would have done all 25 million within 1 year. So that's something that I think, which is driven by the administration, and to get this done as quickly as possible through there. So we're here to answer any questions that the council may have.
Mayor, just so you know, this one will be for, the resolution A is for Alice, Danforth, Council, Barris, and Jacob. Then the next resolution will be for the follow-up for Hennessy, and then C, after that, will be for another roughly $2 million-ish, and that'll cover St. Aubin, Roosevelt, Lehman, and Hanley. And then the following resolution will then again to be awarded to Hennessy. So all 4 in a row are sort of tied together, but differentiated because they're different grant funding.
This is completely $25 million going to be expended.
Yes.
Are we voting or more
Mr.
questions?
Chair, hopefully, when we do these service lines, where restorations ASAP, or at least fix them in a way, that it's not gonna be a humpy, bumpy road, as we do them. It's enough in all the streets we have done, so hopefully with this will be a phase that we won't have complaints.
That's correct, Councilman. We're going through now and making sure that they wrap up one block completely before they proceed to another block through there. So we've done that through our pre-construction minutes and meeting minutes and things along those lines. And I think it has gone a lot smoother than it did previously.
And that includes the landscape side of it too.
That's true, the restoration on the landscape side.
What is the city cost will be, this for resolution?
0.
All is it from the grant?
It's 100% funded by the grants. It's a reimbursement program, so there's a little bit of a float with the money in a sense that we get reimbursed once we demonstrate that we've paid the bills to the contractor through there for all 4 of these resolutions.
Including after finish the work and resurface and everything will be included, right?
Just the patch is not the road. The road's not included in it.
That's not an eligible cost for the project, for the grant.
Who's going to cover the road? City cover the,
We would have to come back through additional earmark funding or something like that and hunt down more money for the roads. Yeah, the
do
state,
you have any idea how much going to be pay for the road construction?
we can certainly go through that. I don't have that figure right here, but I can get that number for you though, for all these streets.
So restoring what we've cut out to do these will be patched.
It will be
but
patched.
Not redoing the whole road in its entirety.
Yeah, that's not funding, that's not eligible.
That's a separate
Cost.
fund that we've been following up behind, but that is also limited. We're gonna be significantly ahead on doing lead service lines than we could even keep up financially with repaving the roads. So, I mean, they're gonna outpace themselves. There's no
Yeah,
way we'll be able to keep
We're
up.
in the range of completing about 1,700 this year, and we're required to do
300 something.
362 a year, so we're just in this 1 year, we're about 5 years ahead of our program through there, which is important for the community, obviously. And now we will work with looking for other funding sources for the roadways through there. But that's,
We're replacing as many roads as we can that we have money for, but again, it's gonna outpace it to the point where we're gonna obviously be far done with all the lead service lines before we'll have replaced all the roads. But we'll do as many as we can, as fast as we can.
But you said they're gonna start Alice and Council.
Alice, Danforth, Council, Bears, Jacob, Roosevelt.
there are 2 contractors, so they'll be beginning simultaneously.
How about Denton?
I thought he said Denton.
No, that's,
Denton's on the second one.
yeah.
No.
Oh, no, it's not, no.
I thought it was, Denton was already on.
Yeah, Denton's, I think, has already been,
Yeah.
have we done Denton already?
Denton's being done, yes.
Yeah, under a different contract.
Denton's, North Denton's being done between Joseph Campo and Lumpkin now.
That's right, yeah, under a different contract that's been awarded.
Yeah, these are the next batches of lead
You
service.
say they're gonna do Danforth and Andres?
No, that's the next phase, Councilman.
Yeah, after Alice and Council. They're gonna do Danforth and Andres.
And Roosevelt.
Not Andrews.
Roosevelt is done already.
Well, hold on.
Roosevelt is done, but they're gonna go the Hanley and Lemon.
You need the big map that you guys can do that here?
We need to finish the phase 1. We need to finish the phase 1. They got left Hayward and Tabor.
Those are
Phase
part.
one, it's not completed yet?
No,
So,
no. They built one side from this area and they go all the way down to our area 1 block. They didn't go step by step. If people is not finished the signature, we can follow him to make all the signatures down.
correct. So these projects are being broken up into, and that's why I gave you guys kind of a map. That's what's going on.
That's on, that you have
Right,
here.
so right now, the phase that you're talking about, Councilman, is the phase that we're doing in Lumpkin.
Yes.
Lumpkin's main is getting replaced to a 12-inch, from a 6-inch to 12, between Holbrook to Denton.
Yes.
And then with that contract, Denton from Joseph Campo to Lumpkin, all of that main is being changed. And then Grayling from Joseph Campo to Lumpkin is being changed. Then the next phase that we've already bid out, that was won by Major Cement, are coming to do those other 3 streets you're talking of. Andrus, is it Andrus, Alice, and I think Danforth. That's on another contract.
Grayling, yeah.
Right.
After that one, they're gonna go another 2 block, Hewitt and Faber.
Correct. And then the next phase will be the Sewer 1B, which includes Goodson Street,
Yeah.
which will get a new main placed between also Lumpkin and Joseph Campo.
And that's looking to start on the 18th,
That'll start the 18th.
the water main
So we're trying to
replacement.
phase everything out so that we complete one section, get another contractor to come in, finish their section, and kind of connect the
Yeah, the
dots.
whole quadrant's gonna be done. Try not to jump around.
Councilman, that's a good question though. I didn't pay attention that area. If phase 1 is still not done,
It's not done.
so why we are starting phase 2?
This-
What is the answer?
This phase won't start until 2025.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, we are approving 2025, whatever phase is going. So when phase 1 leftover will be a start or finish? That is the question here.
When we done phase 1, we go the phase 2nd.
Right, so
Yeah.
right now,
Phase 1 is not done yet.
we're about 75% done with phase 1 of Lumpkin. So you got phases all over the city. That's why I gave you a map.
Yeah, that's.
We got
you can
another
see the
phase
work.
on Commerce.
Only 2 block in phase 1 we did already, only 2 block. Yes, Wonder and Gamer. What is the other block is done?
The other blocks that are done, we have finished Comstock. This is all another phase, Councilman.
This Comstock, they go with the phase 1?
Comstock is a part of phase 1. So all of this money is broken into different phases so that we can get more contractors in here to get everything completed.
Okay.
So let me explain. So you've got, starting on your north end, you have Commerce between Joseph Campo and Conant. That started. We have completed Casimir, which is another phase, from Joseph Campo to Conant, which is completed, restored, everything's done. As you go to the south side, which just got started maybe a month or so ago, which is the Lumpkin project from Holbrook to Denton, we've got all the main in, and we've got the main in on Denton, and we're starting Grayling. So
Okay. John, can you bring the report next council meeting? What is the phase 1
Yes.
is left still? And
Yeah, we can bring out all the
Yeah.
phases for the council.
because we don't want to go all over.
Yeah,
Let's start with the, first finish the phase 1, then go the phase 2.
Yes.
That's what he tried to say. I want you to bring next council meeting, what is the phase 1 done, what is the leftover? So do not touch the phase 2 until you finish.
We
the
also
phase
got to
one.
keep in mind that these are different funding sources and different
Understand.
grants. So
But
Yeah.
still,
we can't stall some of these to wait for other ones because
we don't want
we
to.
might lose money.
No,
So-
we don't want to wait.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
want to see phase 1 finishing, what is the leftover, that's all. We have to have some kinds of answer.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want to figure out phase 1 from
Okay.
where to where.
yeah,
Sure.
That's it.
Yep, now we can prepare a report with a map for you, for the
To
council.
address to my colleagues, I don't know if you guys remember, they used to work all over the city.
Yeah, but
So-
when we mentioned one
Hold on.
time,
So this last phase is when they were going all around, and then we agreed that it needs to be on zones.
Yes.
And then we chose South End to start, so this phase 1 considered, right now we're doing Alice, whatever the streets are, is concerned to us, it's the first phase. As we agreed, they should work on that zone first, and then slowly. So what they were doing before, it wasn't in our hands. So they were jumping, and that's why we had to make that, zoning. Yeah, to start
Yeah,
there
correct.
first, and then
Yeah.
move on in zones.
remember when
Still
we
someone
speak
can
6 months
answer the
ago,
question, phase 1.
Sure.
One at a time.
Can we get, okay, one person talking at a time, please.
It's okay, he's gonna
Yeah.
bring the report. That's okay.
So, since it's different contractor, different funding, they can proceed with this, and then you can give us a list of that.
Certainly.
phase one next
Yes.
time.
Yes.
So we can't stop the work
Oh,
until
yeah.
we, 2 weeks is gonna, then you're gonna have snow coming and all that, if they
Work
can
will
proceed.
continue, but you can bring the report.
Yeah, they can do it.
It will be in the report.
Yep.
Okay, so I think we can vote on that.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman El Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-140 approved.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 2024-141, awarding the 2024 EMARC lead service line replacement program construction service to Hennessy Engineers.
Motion?
Second?
Can we
Alright,
just
this is
vote?
related to the first one, so
Yeah, this is companion
It's okay.
resolution.
We can do it.
can we vote on that?
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman El Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-141 approved.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 2024-142, awarding the bid for the 2024 ARPA lead service line replacement program F to Super Construction LLC.
Motion?
Second?
Can we just vote on this?
Yep.
Yes.
Councilman El Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-142 approved.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 2024-143, awarding construction service for the 2024 ARPA lead surface line replacement program F to Hennessy Engineers.
Motion?
Second?
Vote.
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman El Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-143 approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one is Resolution 2024-144, approving agreement for the development and sale of 11551 Lumpkin to Abdul Dajan.
Motion?
Second?
Mr. Mayor, I have Isabel to talk about this. Happy to report another lot going, and hopefully will be built on soon, and I'll let Isabel do it.
I would have brought this to council at the last meeting with a group of 5 lots you might remember were being purchased, but there was inspection happening about this one. So it's the same concept for the single family dwelling unit on a standard size 3,000 square foot lot. And the purchase price is $10,000, and we'd like your permission to enter into the development agreement.
He's not here today.
No, he's not, but we don't require them to be here, so.
Yeah, I know. He was there last time.
He's too busy building homes.
Let's let him do his
All
thing.
right. We can vote on that.
Yes, good.
Councilman El Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-144 approved.
Thank you. The next one is Resolution 2024-145, approving the purchase of an investigator vehicle for the police department.
Motion?
Second?
Mr. Mayor, I have the police chief here to speak on this. In short, is an addition of a vehicle for a specialty assignment. Chief, if you want to.
Yeah, just a brief, this vehicle is purchased for special assignment that we're working with the Wayne County's office, so I had a meeting with the sheriff's office, as well as Under Sheriff Mike Jaffer. We're working on a new team that's actually going after addressing the opiate crisis in Wayne County. And as you know, many of our communities here are becoming victims of opiate and pills, if let people know in the street. So we're actually, they're creating a new task force working on that, working with the DEA. So we're honored to be part of this task force. So that's car will be used specifically for that from the Narcotics Fund.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, and then.
Mr. Chief, I'm just curious, why does it have to be a Ford Explorer ST and not a regular Explorer?
Yeah, I mean, we're working with, the Wayne County's office, they have the similar vehicle. We thought we just don't want to look like a little guy. We want to make it similar or same to what their vehicles are. And respectfully, so, and like I said, this is going to really also address the opiate and also help out, from future victims, but also put those arrested, those in charge of, creating this opiate crisis. And also it's going to bring, I'm not going to say that's not the intent to bring money, but it'll bring a lot more resources back that we can, maybe close to hundreds of thousands of dollars, or possibly millions, back to funds that will help police departments keep communities more safer.
No, I mean by the type of the car.
Yeah,
It's ST, it's their top style as to the power engines. I'm just, because I gotta explore. I got a Timberline. So if you want to switch, we can.
Councilman, you don't want to be chasing them with a go-kart.
Yeah, and there's certain cars, like, because of devices and technology they're gonna put in them, they need extra room or space to you know.
Sounds good, yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Ready?
Did you want to say?
No, that's okay.
Oh. And you can,
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Al-Samiri,
yes.
Councilman Sedman.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-145 approved.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 2024-146. Reschedule December 2024 City Council meeting and authorize payment of recurring and time-sensitive bills.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. Mayor, historically, every year we end up canceling the second meeting in December due to the holidays. And plus, this time we had a potential conflict for staff on the first meeting, so we figured just to get a jump on this, let's just move the meeting to the center of the month. That way we can catch everything a little bit more concise, just for ease of administration.
All right. No discussion?
No, sir.
Ready? Councilman Al-Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-146 approved.
Thank you. Next one is discussion of closing KNF.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have John, and Charles here to speak on this. I know this topic is very sensitive with council, but there is very good cause to close the next phase in its entirety, and I'll let these gentlemen explain it a lot better than I can.
Yeah, initially on the first section that was as held open as long as it possibly could be. But there's a 2.5-foot difference in road elevation, which brings in a whole slew of different protocols that we have to come from for burying. Anything over 12 inches, you're supposed to actually have a barrier wall built, unless you fill it with stone and remove the stone and back and forth. At that point, it's gonna be hundreds of thousands of dollars. I went out there personally, I saw what was going on, and the first question was to Charles, he says, I'm surprised nobody's been killed yet. And it's somebody's gonna get killed. There's not enough room. One, we'd never be able to keep a parking lane open on KNF. There's not legally enough room to have traffic plus parking. We tried on the other section that we had east of Conant. We did that as a one lane. That's not the same type of situation we have now. We have a lot more crossovers with the sewer in the older section. And we had 12 inches of asphalt, then a deteriorated road that we didn't know about until they dug down to it. The road wasn't even safe to drive on. That's how bad it was. Then we had a lot of complaints of cars getting stuck between trucks that were loading on the other side of Conant. So they said, I'm between two trucks. Well, you're going to be there for an hour. So at that point, when I seen the way it was, and I talked to Charles about it, and he looked into it, we have an accident out there, we possibly could even lose funding on the road. And we just had a road worker get killed last week, and they're gearing up even more to check sites, construction sites. So that's why we included the map that you have in front of you. It shows the work zone, then the carryover for the forms and the base that's under the road, which is 3 foot. And left about 19 feet left, and your hauling route for your trucks is 11 foot. So it leaves an 8-foot barrier there. There's no way we could have parking on that street and try to keep traffic flowing. And like I said, the elevation difference over 2 foot, right?
2.5 feet.
2.5 feet. I went out there and you got these big gravel trains full of gravel sitting there vibrating, and your road's undermining. The road, the original concrete road in KNF is gone. It's like gravel. There's no stability, nothing to it. 12 inches of asphalt was milled out. And at that point, it was really bad. If we were in a different scenario where you could close off the sewer drains that wouldn't flood a building, we could get away with it possibly. But doing the crossovers We have to get to the other side of the road to get the drainage in. If we try to cap it and we have a rain event, the water is gonna fill up every basement on Kniff. We have a hard time keeping water out of basements on Kniff already, let alone help by taking away their sewer system. And there are so many pipes in that section of Kniff that weren't even on the drawings.
Correct.
And I know the next phase, when we get to that point, which will be east of Gallagher, is even worse. There's some kind of craziness going on with sewers, where they go across the street, they make a 270-degree angle and come right back. There's blockages, and I literally got to remove the entire road to fix that. So that's even worse than the first section. We have to like destroy most of all the road at the same time to fix those sewers. So, I know when John spoke, trying to keep it open, we did everything in our power to keep it open as much as we could for the parts that we could. But there was gonna be a point where the road had to be closed in order to do the crossovers. So I think there's where a little bit of the miscommunication was. But going forward, knowing what we know now, there is no way that we could keep that next section open during construction. It's just not physically possible.
If you have to close, you have to close for the good purpose.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Nothing wrong with it.
Not only do I worry about the safety of the crew and the residents, I'm worried about the liability on the city side, so.
And that's why we supplied you with the information that I've given you. It shows MDOT's policy on road closures and lane openings and what the liabilities are and what we should and should not do. And we have done that according to what MDOT requires, which includes using alleys as thoroughways for businesses and using their parking lots. Max has allowed us to use the parking lot on the north side of Kniff between Joseph Campo and McDougal for staging for the businesses. We've been working with the businesses to make sure that we get their business in and out. We also had meetings with the school superintendents to make sure that the students are getting in and out safely, that the faculties are getting in and out safely, and also transportation are able to pick up the students with all of the other projects that I've shown you going on at the same time. So we've been fortunate not to have any incident on our citizens as well. So
We have a map that's attached, there's two of them, showing our current projects is the first page. And then if you take the liberty of looking at the second page, you'll see those are all DTE's projects. So when you, we get a lot of complaints, and sometimes they see our, Hennessy out there, and they say, hey, this guy's doing this or that. Sometimes it's not. Keep in mind, it's not us. It might be DTE. So I really have to look into those, and Max calls me about a concern, and council member. You can look at that second page. That's how many DTE projects is going on in the city right now.
DTE has a lot of stuff going on right now.
They've got a lot.
They came out here like the Wild West. I mean, we didn't.
And we've been trying to control them too with permitting, working with Max and John. We've been reviewing their plans. That's how we know how many projects are going on. Some of these projects are active, but these projects that are noted on this map of our city are the ones that are proposed for 2025. So we still have our projects that need to go forward, and we're battling with DTE.
Because they're on the same streets.
They're all on the same street, so,
Mr. Chair, so you guys are telling me that now when we move to the next phase, we have to block the whole Kniff, correct?
Yes.
How come this was not addressed when you guys started Kniff in the beginning?
Well, that's why I think there was a little bit of miscommunication. I didn't happen to be here that night. When you guys said you wanted it, one lane open, we were assuming, and John was assuming.
Yeah.
I believe that it would be open for the parts that it could possibly be, which the first couple of weeks it was. But when we started getting the crossovers, at that point, you have to close the road.
We did bring stone up for those crossovers, and I did have those lanes open after construction, but after reviewing this, Councilman, it was just too dangerous. And we tried our best to make it happen because we want the businesses to flourish, but working with Councilman Al Samiri, getting the alleys done, the parking lots done, we just figured we have to makeshift this and make it work for the community, so.
No, I have no problems. It's just how come this was not addressed when we asked that half the roads be done?
Correct.
How come you guys never addressed this when we talked about it? Now, when we're requesting the other half, now you guys coming up with all this all.
Well, we know more now than we did then.
Councilman, the
too.
original plan was to try and leave it open. I mean, that's what council wanted to do, and the combinations were presumed to be able to be made, but circumstances changed. I mean,
Elevation was the biggest thing, how thick that road is, 12 inches of just asphalt.
when you get underway with things, you uncover things, circumstances change, and it's became evidently clear that it's dangerous and not able to be done.
Well,
So-
when you take up the whole street, for sure it's gonna be dangerous. And well, in Cohen and Holbrook, when they didn't remove the whole street. They removed half and they kept the cement, so people could drive. What you guys did, remove the whole thing and expected people to drive on that dirt.
We're doing crossovers. They're doing sewers underneath the whole thing on this one. I don't
So
know
that's
that
why
they
you
did
gotta,
that.
that's why you gotta remove the road.
Holbrook is considerably wider between Lumpkin and Joseph Campo is considerably a lot wider than the entire Kniff. Once we switched over Holbrook to Conant, we had to shut that down because of the sidewalk elevations and that we didn't have enough room to do haul route. And that road fell in completely, Councilman. I've done all these projects for you for the last 10, 11 years I've been here to make sure that everybody stays safe and we get the products that we're paying for.
And then I will request from you guys to all those businesses over there, tell them we cannot keep one side open, and this is the reasons why.
We will.
Okay. And then for DT Energy, for proposal 2025, did they get the permits yet?
We're issuing them as we speak, and it's ours going in, there's 62 projects DT is.
Roughly.
And you wouldn't believe the time that we dedicate just for one project. It literally takes hours because it's escrows, it's reviews.
We have to do a review on
Yes.
it first, then get an escrow from it, then we have to have a meeting with DTE, which I would like the council to be a little bit, and Max, he's been a part of it, but just to see how DTE thinks. You know, they think a little bit different than what we do, being that they don't think that we should be inspecting their work, because they say we don't know what they're doing, but we run across things where they're drilling through our storm systems, damaging our water mains. So even with us not even paying me to be out there, I regulate that for you. I make sure that everything is going right for our city.
Okay. And restoration, when they're doing this work, what's the timeline that you guys have on the agreement?
For
the DT Energy?
DT is always kind of open-ended. It's very difficult to get an end date on them. They kind of tell us where they're going to be on a weekly. They send us like a weekly schedule where they're going to be. And then Charles looks at that and we try to drive by and keep up on that. Originally, we were trying not to charge them as much to monitor, but they got carried away and we had a meeting with them and we have to have Hennessy inspect them because like I said, they were running gas lines to our sewers. So.
No, I mean, restoration, when they're done with their work, how long?
We've been
does it
having
take
them
for to come and repair
restore.
it?
We've been having them restore. As soon as it's finished, it's been roughly about 2 weeks. They're right behind us, getting everything done because I'm on their back about it. And I know how council feels about the road, so we get them done immediately.
Which historically they have not done. They've abandoned a lot of stuff, and we find out a couple years later about projects, oh, that was DTE, where'd they go? So we're way more so followed up on
If
that.
you notice, their temporary patches are no better than ours neither until they get their better patch in. If you notice Holbrook over by the American Axle, that's just as bumpy as the ones that they were doing in ours because they put them in high, which creates a bump. They sink down, then it creates a different type of bump. And after a while, they come back and compact it more, and then they pull it out and run the better patch.
My concern is when they do some work, make sure that they restore it ASAP, whenever they can. Because I know DT Energy. I got friends that work for DT Energy. When they do work, adios.
Yeah.
Okay, and then to get back to them, it takes you a longer time. So before we approve any permits for these guys, we need to make sure restoration time it's within, reasonable time.
And on the bigger projects, I'm requiring escrows. The little simpler ones, we charge them a plan review fee and inspection fee, but anything that's going to be possibly they can take off and leave us holding an expense, we're going to require a bigger down payment.
And we also treat these like our projects. Once we approve everything and we get the permits and everything done, I hold a pre-construction meeting with them. I invite the staffs to join, and we lay these laws down, letting them know what we require in the city.
All right, sounds good.
They have extra days working like Saturday, they have some problem.
No.
Because of water, when we save the water, can we extra one day?
Yeah, can they work extra day?
Yeah.
Yeah, they call me,
Saturday.
they call me to work Monday. I don't work
Sometimes
Monday.
when they have the holiday, they take 3 days off. Can working from Saturday all week.
No, we've been having working Saturday to get this done.
And they
So,
work
A lot of
they work
time
Monday
working,
also.
Saturday is not working.
Yeah,
If you keep working Saturday, maybe you're gonna save a lot of time.
yeah,
We should be done with the Kniff side that they're doing right now about a week to 10 days earlier than projected.
yeah. We projected to have that side, back to our project, the Kniff reconstruct, we were projecting to have that done just before Thanksgiving, but at the rate that we're going right now, weather permitting, we should be a week, maybe a week and a half done with that half of Kniff, so.
Looks like Councilman Sumari has a more track than John, you guys. So maybe half of the paycheck he's supposed to get.
No, me and Mr. Hamtramck, we work hand in hand, side by side.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We've assigned him a broom already.
Good luck.
Okay.
They need help every time.
And if you review that and you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm here all the time. You can reach me and I'll answer any questions you have.
Now I'll send us some area to follow.
Oh, I know. He knows how to find it.
He'll be at my office.
He's our watchdog, that's for sure.
Thank you, Council. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, very good.
Now we move to the next resolution, 2024-147, approving the appointment of Afia Al Hussein.
Motion. Second, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I think is a misprinting there. Afia Ali Hussein, I guess.
Yes.
Am I right?
You missed the I.
Ah, okay. You missed
Oh,
it.
did we miss a letter on that?
Ali.
We'll get that fixed. All right, Mr. Mayor, anyway, I have the candidate here. I'd like to bring her up so she can introduce herself. You want to come up, say aye?
Hello, everyone. My name is Afia Ali Hussein. I want to begin by thanking everyone for your time, efficiency, and support. This means a lot to me. As I went up my careers in the past, I was always told I don't look assertive enough. Not that I'm not assertive enough. So this opportunity is very impacting to me. I was raised here, educated here, I became a businesswoman here, and I'm excited to be back in my hometown. I feel like I'm going to be a great asset to the city, and I look forward to helping improve the city.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilman Hussain.
So the candidate also has the GM experience. So far I know, she was the engineer also. On behalf of Councilman Mohit Mahmood, spoke to me before I come to the council. He don't have no issue with the appointing Afia. Only he has little concern about the process. So regarding of that process, I just have a few questions to the city manager. The process we have done this position correctly, and who get the highest number, that name is in this resolution. Am I correct?
That is correct, Councilman. We conducted interviews and scoring, and the candidate before you received the highest score.
Okay. So the scoring person who was in interview board, the process was done correctly, appointed the person like a interview board person?
We followed the process, Councilman. City staff initially interviewed candidates. We narrowed down the pool and then brought the candidates we believed would be appropriate for the position in for a second round of interviews with some council member subcommittee. There was independent scoring from the subcommittee, and this candidate rose to the highest.
Thank you. So again, on behalf of Councilman Mohit Mahmood, he like to vote for it, yes, and congratulations for the Afia. Thank you.
You can't vote for him.
I know he can, if he was here.
Okay.
Anyone else has any
Actually, I will the part of interview. Thank you, all the interview board and city manager, attorney was there. We try our best to get the best candidate, and we get it. I'm really optimistic. She born, raised, and study here, and she's gonna make the city and help the whole process and her career much better. And she's gonna make ourselves and the whole community is grateful. Thank you. And I heard it on behalf of Mohit Mahmood, but I want to know on behalf of Mr. Senior Councilman M.K. Hassan. You just tell about Mohit Mahmood. How about yourself? Say something.
May I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If anybody want to speak.
No, go ahead.
So the young lady, what she has done, COVID-19, take the risks herself, came to my office, did the COVID test with no money for the community. It was so risky. One day he brought her baby at my office, putting to the side, is still servicing the people, this city. That kinds of person, and I saw the personality, and she want to come back to her city and serve, and I feel very proud of it. And I think we hiring the person who has interest to help the Hamtramck city and Hamtramck city people, and I think it will be very good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think we can vote now.
Councilman Rafai,
I abstain.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-147 approved.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, the next one is the resolution that we added, 148. Resolution to reduce excessive vehicle noise caused by modified exhaust system in the city of Hamtramck.
Motion. Second.
All right. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman Hassan.
I think it is completely related to the noise ordinance. So we already have the noise ordinance. So what we try to do here?
So, Councilman, initially this was presented as a potential ordinance change. I recognize that we do indeed actually have the ordinance on the books. We do have a noise ordinance, and we also, it's covered under state law, which is adopted by our code as well. But what this resolution does is we modified it a bit to basically, the council recognizes an issue with it, and they're instructing the city manager to try and address that issue through the police department and the police chief.
Okay, so.
It's not actually changing the ordinance.
Yeah, you cannot change. You have to change the ordinance to the, who changed the ordinance? You cannot do anything. Well, we can tell you to go there. He can tell you, ordinance can, the resolution can tell you to go talk to the police. Police has to apply according to the law, according to the ordinance, according to the Michigan state law. The muffler, they're buying from the store. So he's not doing anything wrong. It is approved in the United States, and that's why he's buying. And he put in there sound ordinance city has, they have to control it. I don't want to put extra money over there, another 2 police officers to only look for the muffler noise. No, there is the police already there. They have to do their job and stop it. And of course there is the ordinance has the law, timing, what time he cannot do, what kinds of sound. So that's everything specifically already in the ordinance. And we can tell this by resolution or by mouth or by telling the police chief can order it, follow the law and change the people, and it's already there. So I don't know what we want to do, but it's already there, that's all. And we have to be careful about the lawsuit. There's a very good chance to, when you chase the car and you stop it, you try to argue with him, did you record it, his noise? If you did not correctly, properly record it, lawsuit come, okay, show me that. He violated your noise ordinance. What is the recorded noise you have? You don't have it. So that's all I want to.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Barry, go ahead.
Mr. Chair, to address to my council's members and colleagues here, you know, I guarantee none of you have been getting these complaints about these added exhaust these vehicles. By the way, there's a state law that does not allow you to have these, by the way. So I want our chief to stand up here, please, and tell us what's the Michigan law regarding these, if they're allowed or not.
Yeah, so there's, it depends on, so I had experience in these when I was in New York, so there's also Michigan State has similar laws. So for some of the laws are, mufflers have to be obviously in good working order, and you can actually issue someone a violation for that, punishable fine up to $100. There's also a law on exhaust system required to be in good working order. There's multiple civil infractions that we could issue because of that. And also even for dealers that sell cars that have mufflers that create excessive noise, we can actually go to the dealers and actually summons them for that. So there's numerous avenues that we can take to prevent this. So if we do experience it or see it visibly and hear it, we can stop them and write them. And also, as you know, drivers are prohibited from operating vehicles generating excessive noise. That's noise in general, that's muffler included. So someone driving a car, vehicle is blasting music very loud. Based on our observance and seeing and hearing it, we can stop them and issue that summons. That includes the muffler as well.
So that means even though people can buy them, still they're not allowed to have these. And our department could stop these vehicles, either ticket them or do what, when it needs to be done. So, we have residents who are, especially our seniors, who cannot sleep at 1 a.m. because of these cars, and there's so much trouble right in our city with these young guys because we're not forcing it, So, well, the city of Hamtramck is not forcing it, let's all have these exhaust. And so it's been, bothering so many residents, and especially our elders and seniors in this community. And that's why, I brought this resolution, not this exact resolution, to have a task force or officers were able to track down these, people with these exhaust. If they have to get a ticket and then it needs to be removed somehow before this ticket gets resolved, why not? I think it's just too much noise. And like you have a lot of experience, especially in New York. They're too loud. In a small little town of Hamtramck, I don't think we need those at all.
Yeah,
and people want to see our department start forcing these because, they're saying your police department, they're not doing nothing. People have all these exhausts so loud in our community at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., it's just crazy. And that's why I brought this resolution, just to kind of have like a force tax where we're able to track these down and get removed.
Yeah, just Councilor, just add, the person's permit, there's also another fire. Persons prohibited from installing mufflers or exhaust system in vehicles that exceed the noise limits, obviously. And I think as a resident here, and I'm not, just to be honest, I do hear it as well. So it's something, maybe the next time we'll get your report, see what we're gonna take it. We have a new traffic supervisor. And also we'll put this in our administrative bulletin to make sure the cops go out there and address these conditions. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
Mr. Chair. It's a good thing, Mr. Councilman, it's a good thing, but I was the warning. Here, Mr. Chief, you have the law. If the muffler broke, lots of smoke is coming, of course it's a violation. You can give him to correct it, bring couple of days, that you cannot get the direct ticket, because I've been involved with that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the new muffler has the big noise. There is the reason all the flow come through the box, get out, and take carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, make a neutral. Okay, so yes, you can follow the noise to the noise ordinance, and the broken muffler, a smoke come for the broken muffler, make a big noise. Of course, this one you can give them to bring the correction within these many days, and that's why we only have to follow. Of course, I agree with that. Is that how they're driving the car? We don't want it. Even I'm the heart patient. I saw it a couple of times. But we only have to follow the law and make sure we're not getting lost. That's all
Yeah, and I think
discussion.
just touch on Councilor Fries, I think he's more focused on the people that do it intentionally, right? They put in these exhaust systems, it's like, especially these young kids I see, they make the, that
Make
loud,
loud sound.
loud songs, and that's, but obviously we wouldn't target people that, have a muffler system that needs work. We'll address it wherever we can.
And also there's vehicles that come installed at, manufacturer. You can't do nothing about that because that's how they bought the car. But it just, the mufflers are being added as a result.
Yep.
That's the issue there. Thank you.
Sometimes they have this muffler from the factory.
You can't do anything about it.
They push gas double time, they make a noise. The muffler from the factory, how are we gonna do for that one?
Can't do anything about that.
I will answer to you. The ones that come from, they don't make that much noise. It could be, I don't care, if you have a sport car, does not make the noise as these aftermarket exhaust.
If the police feel intentionally they're doing that, that's all they can do. Okay.
All right, can we vote on that?
They're excessively making noise.
Yes.
Squealing their tires right.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Rafai.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-148 approved.
Thank you. Next one is the public hearing. We have Resolution 2024-136B approving the second reading and public hearing of the inspection of residential dwellings prior to sale or transfer ordinance to fulfill state requirements for NEZ adoption.
A motion.
Second.
Now I need a motion to start. the
A
public
motion,
Second.
7:04.
hearing. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, council spoke in regards to this. We amended it accordingly. It is no longer mandatory for everybody. It is only mandatory for any Z properties, and it is voluntary for anyone else that wants to do it. So exactly what council asked for.
And we do not have anybody for public comment, so can we motion to close public hearing?
Motion,
Thank you.
7:05.
I overhauled it as you guys asked it. Make sure it's
Thank you.
what you want.
Any discussion?
Yes. I think we have to open for discussion.
No? It's already open. Any discussion?
No.
No?
Councilman Rafai,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Sedman,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Resolution 2024-136B. Oh, actually, would you like to vote on this since it does affect the ordinance?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So, Resolution 2024-136,
Can you note the time as well? Because we wanted to make it, just note the time, please.
it's 7:05? Yeah, approved. At 7:05.
All right. Thank you. All right, with that, we come to the end, actually, the end of the new business. We have the reports, and I'll start with my report. First, well, congratulations to Afia on the appointment. Good luck on your new job. I hope you don't leave like the first one. We had two people who were appointed and then they left before they start. I don't know why, but good luck with that. Then I think the most significant event that we had is the election. I want to thank Rana for the efforts that you did to make it
It was so
successful.
easy.
Was it?
So easy.
Yeah, I heard you had a fight with Sumeri, but okay.
Never.
Well, thank you so much. I think we had a great, peaceful election everywhere in Hamtramck as well. Now that the election is over, we need to go back to, focus on our unity and working together to serve our people, our community. In Hamtramck, there's no loser, no winner. We all, work as a team. Yes, the difference was in 2020, the Democrats won by 5,500 votes. This time they won by 200 votes. So they're still winning. Congratulations, Hassan. But it's a big difference. Okay? But I think our mission was, statewide, nationwide, and it was accomplished. I had the honor of speaking in the last rally of the president. I don't think we are violating. The election is over. But I had the honor of speaking twice in the last rally with the president. I spoke first my official speech before him, and then when he came, he called his family to the stage, and he called me with him to speak again. So that was an honor, and he complimented us, and I think we helped him so much to win the election in Michigan and elsewhere, especially in the swing states. And it was historic, and hopefully good stuff will come to our community. We will use this line of communication with the president to serve our community and to help our community, and to bring good stuff to the people. With that, I want to take this opportunity and congratulate the president-elect on his historic landslide victory. And I hope that Hamtramck was put on the map like it had never before. And everybody knows now where Hamtramck is. And in the future, people will come to us. Both parties, from the highest level, they will ask for our support because they know that we can make a difference. And we did make a huge difference. And so we share the same demographics with the neighboring cities like Dearborn Heights, Warren, other cities, and the results were similar to here. But that was a great experience for us, and hopefully we will have some positive outcomes coming from that. With that, I just want to emphasize again that I respect every opinion. I respect my, the councilman that supported the other side. Now we work together. We are a team. We respect each other. And like I said, the priority for us is to serve our people now, from now on. So I thank everyone who came out and voted for whoever. And I hope that we forget the past and start working together as a team and try to just help our people and serve them equally, no matter the different political views that we have. With that, that's my report, and we move to the Mayor Pro Tem report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations on our new treasurer, Afiali.
Thank you.
And I hope you're going to make the difference. And everywhere the room for improvement, you improve our service, City of Hamtramck. And especially if I did not ask for Councilman Hassan, I don't know. You sacrificed a lot in the COVID-19. You are not only the treasurer, you are the soldier for humanity also.
I appreciate the words from everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, people of Hamtramck, residents of Hamtramck, citizens of Hamtramck, to come up last Tuesday and participate in your election, and especially this area, Hamtramck area, we are completely used to be blue. I was also supported blue, but Mr. Mayor, he chose something and show the difference, break the isolation of the difference, break the silence of the, and we try to work with together, and we make big difference. We almost make it red. So thanks, Hassan Bhai, you're hard working, you win Hamtramck, but we win the state. And finally, our everybody's president, and that much work Mr. Mayor do for the election. I hope Mr. Trump doesn't forget it, President doesn't forget it. And if you don't forget it, it's going to help for our community, our city.
The mayor is running a big risk though, you know.
Sorry.
Well, we succeeded.
We succeed, we succeed. And thank you very much, everybody to do good job, and especially Rana. 6:45, 6 o'clock I came in to help her to carry out the ballot to the community center. She worked really, really hard and work hard and make everything happen peacefully. And especially I bring the attention to the city manager and attorneys also. People thanks to remove the scary camera from the ballot box. A lot of people before the election they complained me. So there's a camera there, we are not going there. We are not going to the box, but at least we remove it. You see people gonna be come up and drop their ballot. Thank you to do all everything possible to make a peaceful election. And thank you President Trump to serve 47 president. Thank you.
Thank you. City Council report, please.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Councilman.
So, really, Mr. Mayor, you made the big difference. The thing is, over 200,000 Muslim boarded in Michigan. Out of 200,000, 150 goes to the Donald Trump. It is because of Donald Trump. He came, he respect, and even though before he speak, your speech was there. Maybe you don't know that. So that kinds of respect he did to not your Hamtramck and Muslim community. That is the good thing. The other hand, I was the most key people from the Democrat side from the White House. Every morning I report. Kamala Harris, we have been requesting her team to come here. I never get positive answer. We busy. We understand. So hard working. Donald Trump did hard work, and also couple of policy what Democrat did. America did not accept it. So learn from mistake. They have to learn. And again, even though I was Democrat side, I never have a bad word, criticize. I always communicate with you and was telling somebody, saying bad stuff about us, and I talk to you, you says ignore it. I never said I ignore it because I know after election we all Hamtramck, and still we are Hamtramck. And the people came board, that is a good thing. And we made a big difference. We put the Hamtramck in the map and as the respected and the big one. Even though the Democrat side, if they win, of course I will be there, something I know that. And I have that kinds of qualification too. It was the commitment too. But who did a very good job, campaign hard working, people want to change. And congratulations to President-elect Donald Trump. Even though I am Democrat, I have to follow the process, and I like to congratulate him.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody. Peaceful election. Even though Sumari and Clark is their personal issue. I cannot bring the personal issue here.
Was there an issue?
It's not the election issue. So that's the good thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was on YouTube.
They fight every day anyway.
I think everyone's just jealous of our friendship.
Maybe.
Mayor, Councilman
I
Simon, thank everyone who joined us tonight, and to thank our new treasurer. I think he will be a great asset for our city. Regarding the election, no matter who wins and which side we select, I think our goal is the same. Like we will keep working on to make our city better, and that's our main goal. And everyone's goal is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I want to thank everybody who showed up here today. Congrats to our future president, Mr. Trump. And I also want to thank all the Hamtramck residents, about 7,171 voters that came out, and they beat our our turn, our election.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, there's more people coming out and voting in our city. So I want to thank them again for voting. I want to wish Ms. Hussein all the best here in our city, and hopefully you make a difference in our
Thank you.
city hall.
I won't disappoint you guys. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
And I wish everybody a good night and be safe.
Thank you.
Yes, one more thing.
Go ahead, Ismail. Councilman Ismail.
Thank you for everyone, the whole resident came to a meeting today. I would like to congratulations
Thank you.
Mr. Donald Trump, President United States.
From the heart.
From the heart, yes.
Yeah, you should congratulate me.
Yeah, congratulations. And I wish he's not gonna change when he promised
Yes.
in the future. When he promised he's gonna stop all the
Negative things.
yes, and I like congratulations, Afia, the Treasury.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is a Democrat in the United States, and Hamtramck and myself. I don't care who's somebody they're gonna bring the fund to Hamtramck first. I agree to work with him. I don't care. Republican, Democrat. Who's somebody they make the big deal for Hamtramck, I agree with him.
Yes.
That's what I want, Hamtramck first.
Yes.
Make Hamtramck beautiful, and
great together.
even a red one or the blue one.
Yes. Thank you, Councilman Suwaid.
That means, Mr. Chair, that means, Councilman Sumail, can we put Trump's photo on your Shop Orioles building?
Yeah, when they make Hamtramck beautiful, I do.
All right. Thank you.
And I got one from the resident. I came here. I think they have some issue, Mr. Ahmed. And they came all the time. Somebody they bother him, but he didn't mention. He gonna mention with the city manager.
Okay. So, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. With that, we return to the second round of public comments.
I have Kazi Ahmed. 3 minutes.
Good evening. I just wanted, sorry I spoke up out of turn, but congratulations on your practice of democracy. I think we all have the right. That's what makes the situation is different than everywhere else. Like if we all follow the same things, we'll all end up at the same place. But what I meant to say that you're running up a risk is now everybody is thinking that you have direct line to the future president. So once your phones go off, everybody's gonna call you and say, call your friend for this, for that.
It is.
So I think Hamtramck people will probably come here if they want access to White House. So I mean, putting us on the map for so many different reasons. But I congratulate you for standing. And I voted Democratic, but that's what makes it good. You make your calculations and stuff, and standing in situations like that is difficult at sometimes. But taking a clear position is more remarkable than just being on a corner and keeping it in your mind and stuff like that. I think we appreciate that, and congratulations on the victory. And good will always come, regardless who's there, right? I mean, that's what it's meant to be. So, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
That's all for public comments, Mayor.
Okay. Well, with that, we come to the end of this meeting. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And we move to adjourn.
Motion?
Second.
7:21. All in favor, right?
Ahmad, speak with the city manager.